2022-23 Premier League January transfer window, top 10 signings. The 2023 January transfer window has just closed and it's safe to say it's been one of the most spectacular in Premier League history. This is largely thanks to Todd Boehly and Chelsea. The Blues spent a staggering £288 million, which accounted for over a third of the league's record-breaking £815 million total spend, which near doubled the previous record of £430 million set in the equivalent 2018 window, via BBC. No one could deny it is worrying to see the gulf in finances between the Premier League and the rest of Europe, but it does provide excitement and garner interest at the same time. Here's the top 10 signings of the Premier League January transfer window. 10. Joao Gomez, Wolves. Signed from Flamengo, with who he recently won the Copa Libertadores, the 21-year-old Brazilian arrives at Molino with a glowing reputation which has seen him compared with compatriot Casemiro. He is likely to slot into an already excellent midfield alongside Ruben Neves and Mateus Nunes and should ensure Premier League safety for Julian Lopetegui's men. With a transfer fee of just £15 million, a potential huge resale value makes this a very shrewd piece of business. 9. Weston McKennie, Leeds United. Another midfielder who could ensure Premier League status, the American international arrives from Juventus on a loan deal until the end of the season, which also has the option to buy. It's largely a risk-free move and a bit of a coup for the club. He should have no problem settling in either, given the American influence at the club. He is close friends with his now club midfield partner Tyler Adams, who he starred alongside at the World Cup. While he's already labelled Elland Road as dope, which bodes well for Jesse Marsch and co. 8. Marcel Sabitzer, Manchester United. Across the Pennines comes another smart and risk-free loan deal, but one that was absolutely necessary with Christian Eriksen ruled out until late April with an ankle injury following a disgraceful challenge from Andy Carroll. Sabitzer arrives from Bayern Munich, where his game time has been limited following a 2021 transfer from rivals RB Leipzig. His high energy and pressing style should suit Erik ten Hag's side, and if he helps United to a trophy and Champions League qualification, he might be signed permanently come the summer. 7. Joao Felix, Chelsea. One is loath to praise or predict anything Chelsea do currently, but it's hard to doubt the quality of their signings this window, starting with the Portuguese forward picked up on an extortionate loan deal from Atletico Madrid, which stopped Arsenal from further pursuing him. A red card on his debut against Fulham was a disastrous start, but he did show his obvious talent before that, and he should once again upon his return. He's only 7th, so who knows if Chelsea permanently sign him in the summer. It's better not to guess, but if he catches fire, he could become one of the best players in the league. 6. Malo Gusto, Chelsea. His name may funnily translate from Spanish as bad taste, but this could be a brilliant signing for Chelsea. Again, there's a big if attached to everything they do. The 19-year-old French right-back has signed on from Lyon, where he will spend the rest of the season on loan. Highly rated and linked with all of the top European clubs over the past year, it will be very interesting to see where he fits in at Chelsea given he occupies a similar position to that of Reece James, arguably the club's best player. 5. Cody Gakpo, Liverpool. While he has gotten off to a rather meek start as a Liverpool player, he has been signed with a long-term view and also joined the club at the worst possible time. Both Jurgen Klopp and Erik ten Hag wanted him, and you would suspect their shared interest means there's a top player there. His record at the World Cup and with PSV this season was incredible, working under another great forward in Ruud van Nistelrooy. If he can come anywhere close to his former manager's record in England, £37 million will look like a bargain. 4. Leandro Trossard, Arsenal. Arsenal's unlikely title challenge was boosted with the mid-season arrivals of Jorginho and Trossard, the latter of whom is likely to prove more useful in the title run. His versatility should see him get plenty of minutes and offer a goal threat whether it's from the start or off the bench. £27 million is very little money in today's market, especially for a 28-year-old forward with Premier League pedigree. He's already scored one hat-trick at Anfield this season. Could he grab another when Arsenal travel to Merseyside later in the season? 3. Mykhailo Mudryk, Chelsea. It's hardly surprising to see Chelsea once again given they've gone on a spending spree unseen before in English football, at least in terms of volume. Mudryk looked set for Arsenal, but Chelsea gazumped them with an £88 million offer and an 8-year contract, which ensures the Blues' books will be safe from the clutches of FFP, for now. There's no doubt the Ukrainian winger is a very exciting prospect, with his brief cameo on his debut at Anfield a teaser of what he is capable of. With his price tag, it is expected he will be a key part of Chelsea's future, whether that's under Graham Potter, a different manager, or Bowley in the dugout himself. 2. Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. If the 2023 January transfer window had an anthem, that would be it. The Blues' seemingly scattergun approach has still seen them one of world football's supposed next midfield superstars in the Argentine World Cup winner. Breaking the British transfer fee to land him on deadline day, Benfica has received £107 million for a player they bought for a tenth of that figure just 7 months ago amazingly. However, at this stage, money in football is monopoly-esque, and one shouldn't judge Fernandez on his fee. He could prove to be the perfect successor to Jorginho and N'Golo Kanté. Time will tell, which is a plenty given his 8.5-year deal. Sounds like a prison sentence?
1. Keylor Navas, Nottingham Forest. One of the more obscure transfers in Premier League history and one that further displays its near Super League status in European football. With Dean Henderson injured for a few weeks, Forest have almost certainly made the best signing of their 20+ this season and this window as a whole with the Champions League winning keeper. Tired of warming the PSG bench, Navas has jumped at the opportunity to move to England and back to a club with a European Cup in their trophy cabinet. He joins fellow legends like Esteban Cambiasso, Julio César and Victor Valdés to pitch up at promoted clubs after winning the biggest prize in club football.